Hello. In this week's video, I'm going to talk about a great creative technique I call camera rotation. Um, it's quite a simple technique this week, so this video won't take very long. But first of all, I wanted to say a big welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for your support. It really means a lot, and it helps me to keep going with this channel. So that said, I was also very surprised to the response on my 300mm video. Got a lot of views on that, and so it means I'm planning to make more content on the sort of 300mm focal length using my 75 to 300mm OM system lens. So thank you for that. And I'll link to that 300mm video if you haven't seen it already. So if you don't want to miss a video, don't forget to subscribe, and I also publish a Substack newsletter, so that will be linked in the description below. So if you want to follow along with previous videos in the month, then have a look at that. So in today's video, which will be a short one, and I'm inside because outside it's a bit rainy, not very not as great. The weather hasn't been as good recently, so I'm indoors today in my kitchen. In this video, it's a short one, and I'm preparing to go on holiday, so that's another reason why I'm keeping this one fairly brief. But I want to describe a technique that I use quite sparingly. But each time I do use it, I found it coming out with some interesting results. And in fact, the first time I used it, I was really surprised how well it worked. So it's a technique that uses the camera as a sort of light painting tool, which is what I think is really fun about it. And you can use pretty much any camera to achieve the effect. It probably will work better with a camera that you can put into shutter priority mode. So that means if you've got a dial on the front of on the top of your camera, like this one, there's a dial here, and there's a PASM series of initials on it, and it's the S that you need to be turning it to. So that's shutter priority mode. It might sometimes be TV on some cameras, so look out for that. But it's usually on the mode dial, so find the mode dial of your particular camera and change it to shutter priority. And really the technique is, as I say, it's very simple. It probably breaks that rule about holding the camera, elbows in, holding it tight to your eye and keeping it as still as possible. So it definitely breaks that rule. It does require a bit of hand-eye coordination maybe. So all you're doing really as you're taking the shot is just rotating the camera. And depends whether, probably one way works better rather than going like that. So maybe doing that kind of motion as you're taking the shot. And what you need to do is practice using a variety of shutter speeds. So a good one I find for starting out with is 1/30th of a second. It's not too slow, and it's not too quickly. It is not too quick. So it just about helps you achieve that sense of movement. But it's, as I say, it's just a starting point, and you can experiment, try changing it with faster or slower shutter speeds, depending on how quick your hands are with the rotation. Pressing the button while you're rotating it is the only tricky thing about this technique. So the shutter speed you use depends on the look you're going for. Too slow and you'll get a lot of movement and a lot of blur. So it depends whether you want the central thing in the middle of the image to be more in focus or less in focus. And the great thing about digital cameras, of course, is that you see the results as soon as you've taken the shot, so you can adjust your technique, to get the effect that you want. Now, in terms of the subject where this works best, as I say, it's a bit of a special technique. I wouldn't overuse it ever. And I'd say pick a subject that stands out from its background. Things like neon signs at dusk or nighttime work quite well with this effect, I find, depending on the scene, of course. So I'd say, pick an unusual subject, something that is interesting to see, and don't overuse this technique. And you can also, for the more sophisticated, you can also combine it with the zoom of your lens as well. So as you rotate, zoom in, zoom out. I mean, try it and see what you get. It's always good fun to do these sort of techniques. So it's about creating something that you can't see with your eye, isn't it? So this is something that is genuinely capturing something that's not only not something that you can just point the camera at in a static sense and take a picture. So you're actually creating something. You're creating art, and that's why I love photography. That's one of the great things about this hobby. There you go. So if you've enjoyed this video, I'm going to be sharing a few of my photos next of me using this technique, so you can see exactly what sort of results I've achieved and that you could achieve as well. And it just remains for me to say thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.